want to listen to Ace some more.
Oh, let's listen to Ace some more.
There
What
we
was
go.
that?
Ace Frehley.
Ace Frehley, huh? Welcome to the Squared Circle, ladies and gentlemen. April 19th, 2016. We got some nice news and info to get to this week. We got some more big event footage from the Big Event 10 in New York City. We'll be queuing up, and we'll be talking a little bit about, since we're taking a little bit of a hiatus through no fault of our own.
Right.
Some things are going down here at the studio next week, and we will not be live, so we're going to have to cover the next Blitzkrieg Pro event, Is Lit AFRN, which takes place April 29th, back in Enfield.
Yep.
At the Old Country Banquet Facility. Once again, we'll be talking a little bit about that in the second half. First off, condolences go out to the family of Jonathan Rechner, also known as Balls Mahoney. We lost him to a great one during the week. Unfortunate these things happen. Only 44 years old. That's lost his tag team partner about 2 months before that.
They always go young. But by the way, this is Robert Dangerous Dan Hoff, and I'm John Zimmerman. Since
well, it should be obvious at this point.
We all know that it's all about Jay.
It's all about
we
Jay.
know this.
Hollywood.
Right.
And the opening music you heard was
Right.
Ace Frehley. Ace, when he lived in Connecticut, he was a really good friend of ours, and he lives in California now. But I had the pleasure of being in his studio and actually holding the smoking guitar, which was absolutely amazing. But he did send his Origins Volume 1
Yeah.
for our listening pleasure, and what you heard was a little bit of Rock and Roll Hell, which comes off of the Creatures of the Night album, which Ace was not on, although his face graced the cover, the original cover, later to be replaced with a non-makeup. But
Right.
needless to say, thank you, Mr. Ace, and we miss having you here in Connecticut. There's more.
There's more of it right there.
There we go. But we miss having Ace here in Connecticut.
Right.
But
Yeah.
he's always a good time.
Yeah.
And as you said, next week we will not be live because we're upgrading the studio once again. And
Does that mean your chair's going to get bigger?
No, we're doing technical stuff. The chair is fine.
Right.
It's just my body's getting bigger. It's all the catering here.
Right.
But yeah, you know what? We're always getting bigger and better as far as our studio and our staff goes, and they're just always doing so. Walter Mann, the station manager here, if you don't know, is always very aggressive in getting the best equipment, the newest equipment, and
Right.
the gentlemen that work behind the scenes are always getting trained on the newest and best equipment so that they can go beyond our show and
Exactly.
into the WWE, which we've had a graduate come out of here
We
and go
have.
into the WWE. We've got several people in ESPN, and we've got several people down in the Stanford facility where they do the Maury Povich and the other talk show, Jerry Springer show, and all that happy stuff.
The man that created the opening, as a matter of fact, went to work for Monday Night Raw.
Yes, that's correct.
Right.
And he was at one of the WrestleManias as a production assistant.
Right.
So, Walter Mann, thank you very much for being aggressive and being the man that you are, no pun intended, and getting the biggest and best and newest equipment in here so that the gentlemen that work on the show get the best experience they can to graduate from here into the real profession. We do what we do so that they can get the experience, and we have fun at what we're doing, but they're getting real life experience behind the mixing board and
Exactly.
the cameras and what have you. So
They all do a fine job here.
Walter Mann,
Definitely.
yes, without a doubt.
This is the greatest public access station I think there is.
Without a doubt. I mean, the record shows for itself. You know, it's not about us. And, like I said, we do what we do. But the experience that these gentlemen are getting, and ladies, I'm sorry, but the experience that they're getting working on shows such as ours is getting them access to places like ESPN and WWE and, and all the major networks. And so on and so forth. So if you want to come down and look at our wall of success, it's huge. And you can see the accomplishments of the graduates from NHTV. And I dare any other station to put that out there and say that. that their people have gone on to bigger and better things. NHTV is the place to be if you want to get ahead in a film and video production career.
Oh, without a doubt, definitely.
And
I've been here. I was here back in the day, in the early days of the studio. Took a long hiatus,
Yep.
as everybody
Yep.
knows, and now I'm back.
Yep.
We're going on what, 4 years?
Yeah, 4 years.
Amazing. It's time flies by.
Yeah.
Definitely.
We've got people on WFSB Channel 3, you know, WTNH. As a matter of fact, his desk is from WTNH.
Right.
And you know, the list of accomplishments that our graduates have gone on to is longer than your arm, and it's really all due to Walter Mann, and we got to applaud Walter Mann and thank him
Absolutely.
for what he does for the station.
Right. So, talked about Balls Mahoney, unfortunately, age 44. What about these? Also, we have some unfortunate news about some more violations of the wellness policy. What's going on, guys? We have Raymond Lepin, otherwise known as Adam Rose, and Ryan Parmenter, otherwise known as Connor, 60 days each. All right. Unfortunate. People have to make the wrong choices in life.
Right.
When
Yeah, and they
they're,
haven't disclosed what
Right.
the violation of the wellness policy is, but you know, everybody's aware of what they put into their own bodies and what they do with their own bodies, and you're aware of the rules and regulations. And you know, when you sign a contract and work for any company, you know, there are certain things that you can and cannot do. And you know, if you choose, you make a conscious choice to violate that. You know, I really don't have any sympathy for you.
Right.
You know,
You're
some people-
taking a risk, and you know, you're lucky. A lot of companies don't have this wellness policy thing. A lot of companies, if you get tested, you're out the door automatically.
Right.
So you know, they're given quite an opportunity.
Right, to correct their behavior and, you know,
Yeah.
and hopefully move
Right.
on. Isn't one of those guys is more than one violation, no?
I don't know. That
He's had a-
60 days might be a second offense. I don't really know exactly what the wellness policy is.
Right.
You know, does it vary on what it was? Does it, you know,
Right.
offenses?
Right.
Don't know. But it's just.
It's poor. What do you think? It's a poor life choice.
It is a poor life choice if it is indeed their second violation of the said wellness policy. Then, man, you got to be awful stupid to be, you know, working your way out the door for that kind of money.
Right. You know, I mean, these guys work, you know, and we know plenty of people on the independent scene that would love to have that spot. Adam Rose, you know, got a huge push with the whole
Party,
you know,
gimmick, yeah.
Yeah, the whole gimmick. And
He
what
had
have
the
you.
buddy, for God's sakes.
Right.
He had the bunny,
You know,
and
and you know,
he's got a thing going with his the social outcast now
right,
too.
right. You know, and they've given him plenty of opportunity on TV. You know, and Connor's just up and coming, and you know, he's gotten a little bit of a rub on the TV. And you know, you work so hard, and we know the guys personally that are working hard to get into that spot. You know, whether it be WWE or TNA or Evolve or Ring of Honor, and to reach that level, and then to do something, you know, to yourself, really, to ruin that, you know, and where somebody else would love to have that spot and not make that same mistake. You know, I don't know. It just rubs me the wrong way. It really does.
I can't figure it out.
No.
But also, we have another injury report. Bray Wyatt over in European tour,
Yeah.
first night in Milan, Italy, in the main event against Roman Reigns. Started grabbing his leg, I understand.
Yep.
He been taken off the tour. Raw was in London last night, of course, and didn't see Bray Wyatt there
No.
last night. So speedy recovery there, definitely. Best wishes for him.
Well, the fortunate thing with Bray Wyatt is that he's got the Wyatt family, so that he can do things in a non-wrestling capacity.
He could just stand there and manage them.
Correct.
For the
Yeah,
time
he
being.
can come
until-
out and he's great on the mic, so he can talk for them. And there are things that he can do. He can do backstage segments, and he created a lot of those vignettes.
Right.
Those little film sequences. So he's fortunate to be. It's unfortunate that he got hurt, but while he's recuperating, he can still be an active part and keep his character in the spotlight and be a part of it. So he's fortunate enough to be able to rehab without having to wrestle, but can still be on TV and be a part of the storyline. So, obviously we wish him a quick and fast recovery, but it's good that he has that opportunity.
Definitely. So, other than that, we got Payback coming up. The thing I like the most about Payback so far is that a lot of new people are getting some pushes here.
Yeah.
Right. Whether with Shane being in charge of Raw right now, a lot of people are getting opportunities. Whether that's because half of their main roster is out on injuries,
Right.
or even still, it still gives them the opportunity, regardless.
And you know what?
to
Here's a
shine.
chance. There you go. Here's a chance. Get up there and show them what you got. And you know what? You're in the spotlight. You might as well try to do the best you can and hopefully stay in the spotlight.
We got the number one contender for the tag titles. You have the Vaudevillains taking on Enzo Amore and Big Cass, two teams that were just fresh out of NXT, former NXT champions, of course.
Yep.
I want to see the Vaudevillains go over.
Don't see it happening, but I'm with you on that.
Right. We have women's title Charlotte with Ric Flair taking on Natalya, being accompanied to the ring by her uncle Bret the Hitman Hart. Glad to see he's doing okay now.
Yeah, that's good.
Miracles can't happen.
I'm just tired. Tired. It's sad that Charlotte needs in the storyline to have Ric Flair help her out and stuff like that. I'd like to see her make it on her own without her father having to interfere at every match.
Right.
I get it. It's a storyline. It's a gimmick, and it's going to come to some sort of head. I don't think it's going to
Well, Ric Flair's not going to be around anymore. They're going to ban him permanently.
Right, but I don't think it's going to end here at Payback. I think they're going to continue it a little further. But I'm really tired of it, and let Charlotte go out and win or lose on her own.
Right. Or let somebody else interfere in her matches besides Ric Flair.
Right.
Let her create her own.
Yeah,
unique,
and on the one hand, they're saying the women's movement. They're pushing the women's title, and they changed it from the Divas title, and they're trying to be a positive influence with girls and women. But I think you're killing that idea when you need a man, Ric Flair, to help you win.
Right.
It kind of it's a mixed message. Either Charlotte's going to go out there and be the women's champion on her own, or she needs a man to help her, whether it's her father or any other man. She needs her father or a man to help win the title or keep the title.
Well, they can't say they took that from real life, because we all know when Linda McMahon ran, her man didn't do her any good.
Right. Well, he stayed out of it.
Chris Jericho going one-on-one with Dean Ambrose. I like this little feud so far. It's pretty fun. The Ambrose Asylum.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I like that. And then Jericho, the highlight reel, got kicked off. I don't understand what the advantage of Jericho is. I mean, yeah, he puts over the younger talent, whether they win or lose. He makes sure they have a good match. But I don't see the advantage of having Jericho in there. That's a spot that one of the younger guys can have. And,
Jericho's just around basically to put the younger talent over.
It seems that way.
Right.
He's got he doesn't have a tour going on, so he's gonna, with Fozzy, so he's gonna hang out and wrestle for a while.
Yeah. In Ring of Honor, they called them Kevin Steen and El Generico. Here in the WWE, they're known as Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. They tear it up one more time, this time in WWE at Payback.
Yeah.
It could go either way because they just know each other so well. They've worked with each other for years.
Yeah, that's going to be the match of the night.
Right.
That's going to be the reason you have the pay-per-view.
Right, exactly. They're both, one's over as a heel, one's over as a face, really good right now. I think that the crowd is just very much into Sami Zayn, and Yeah, they sing along with his entrance music now. So,
and Owens is playing the heel,
Right.
as well as he can. And
yeah.
I honestly think just in ring, that's going to be the match of the night.
Yeah, I'm not going to make a prediction either way. Could go either way.
It's
It's
what?
not going to be their last match together.
Oh
neither.
no, and no matter who wins, the fans are going to win in that match because
Right.
they're going to be. That's going to be the highlight of the whole pay-per-view.
Gonna get dragged out to Extreme Rules for Extreme Rules match.
Yeah, they'll meet again in Extreme Rules.
Right.
I agree with the audience.
Agree with the audience there. The Miz taking on Cesaro for the IC title. I think the Miz will just retain for now. I don't think it's Cesaro's time yet, unfortunately.
Yeah. What do you think?
I'm a Cesaro fan, so.
I am too, but I would have to go with Jay.
I'm just going on what I think is going to happen. I
Right.
don't know what I'm a fan
Right.
of. Right. Roman Reigns taking on AJ Styles for the world title. I don't see AJ Styles getting it just yet. They're going to keep it around Roman. There's going to be some shenanigans there. You might see Anderson and Gallows come into play.
Something like that. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I don't know. I just have the bad feeling that it goes to AJ Styles that Vince didn't create him, so somewhere along the line AJ Styles is going to get buried. The crowd loves AJ Styles, and it just anytime
But
we've
that's neither
seen
here nor there. Vince don't love him.
right.
Right.
Anytime we've seen somebody come in that already has a reputation, we've said this time and again, that already has a reputation, that already has a fan base. Somehow Vince in the WWE finds a way to squash that and ruin what they have. I mean, what have they done with Samoa Joe so far? Not a whole
Nothing.
lot.
Same thing with Austin Aries. He's not up and around.
Right. So
Aries only had 2 matches so far.
and they hire these guys based on the reputation, and they either want to change them and make them something that they haven't been or they're not, or they want to just bury them. And it's
Right.
like, why hire them? Just pay them to stay.
Nowadays it's just burying instead of the stupid gimmick.
And I'll throw a name at you. Where's Wildcat Chris Harris?
Yeah.
He had one match like 5 years ago in NXT.
Right.
But are we ready to show some of that beautiful
Yeah. Let's
big event footage? And then
Yeah,
by that
continue
time,
on with that.
by that time, our caller should be calling.
And if you go on YouTube, you can see the entire 1 hour special of the big event 10, and it's linked to our Facebook page, and you can go directly to YouTube. But here's more of the Big 10 footage.
Here we go. Okay, there we go.
Big event 10. Bill, it's good to see you again.
I am so thrilled. The big event is such an incredible event. Big isn't big enough to say what this is. This is just like a huge, gigundous. I mean, there are so many people from pro wrestling and sports entertainment here and fans that come from all over the world just to be at this great big event.
Absolutely. I was just talking to a lovely young woman from Florida, came all the way up, and she just came in. We just saw Jerry the King Lawler.
Yes, one of my dearest friends, and he actually wrote the foreword to my book, Is Wrestling Fixed?
I didn't know it was broken.
I didn't either. And he's here signing autographs as well. And see Terry Funk here, Tugboat, Billy Gunn, Bill DeMott. There's so many superstars. Tommy Rich
Yes,
is here.
sir.
The Rock and Roll Express. James E. Cornette. This was, I look at this and I wish back in the days of Captain Lou Albano and the Grand Wizard and Fred Blassie that this would have been something that they would have just loved.
Yeah, absolutely. Amen. So many that couldn't be here today.
David Crockett is here, and Ivan Koloff. Look at this.
Right behind me. Eh?
Yes.
Absolutely.
So thank you for having me on here.
And we're here with
Gimmick Tree Entertainment.
Gimmick Tree.
Gimmick
is
Tree
the
Entertainment
place
to be
be.
Charlie Armstrong, and he's become my agent for my book tour now as well.
Absolutely. And the
Thank
book
you.
again?
Is Wrestling Fixed?
I didn't know it was broken.
And we'll see you at the matches.
I'm here with the legendary Bill DeMott, one of the greatest trainers of fabulous wrestlers of all time. Bill, what are you up to these days?
I think I'm going to stick with legendary and call it a day. We can end it right there. I'm just I'm doing some acting gigs. and just doing a podcast I have and some seminars, and thought I'd start to come out and start making appearances again. But, just laying low. I'm an old guy. Old guys lay low, We stay quiet and mind my business.
How do I find the podcast?
Go to buildemonexperience.com. It's on the Realm Network. It's funny as hell. I have a good time just entertaining people. There's a wrestling podcast. There's a gibberish podcast. There's a football podcast I do with Billy Gunn's wife, which is tremendous. And it's just a lot of fun, and I'm just staying busy doing that right now, and just kind of, like I said, laying low.
I see you're a Giants fan. How do you think they're going to fare this year?
Man, it can't be any worse than we did last year. Well, it could be. I'm a true blue fan, so I think we're going to do good. McAdoo's going to be all right, I think.
Yeah, I think you're right. That stadium is just around the corner, so you and I have to go over there and
hometown boys, right?
Tip back a few.
You got a deal.
All right. Thank you very much for your time, sir.
Thank you, brother.
The event is called the Big Event for a reason. We have the King, Jerry the King Lawler, interacting with some fans, and you can see next to him Matt Taven, mainstay in Connecticut, and been around the globe now for a little while. But you can't get much bigger than Jerry the King. I'm here with Quan from Trenton, New Jersey, and obviously he's a very large Macho Man fan. Who are you here to see today?
Ric Flair, Ivan Koloff, Nikita Koloff, and a whole host of other ones, man. I'm just so excited just to be here. I grew up watching these guys. Can't wait to meet Papa Shango. It's going to be a really good event. I'm really looking forward to it.
Now, have you been to the Big Event before?
Oh, yeah, I love this convention. I've been here twice already before. This is my second time this year. I came last year. And this is where I got to meet the late, great Dusty Rhodes right before he passed away, so it's very special for me to be able to be here.
So you can say you've had a positive experience, and that's why you come back.
Oh, yeah, this convention is awesome. It's well organized, the town is nice, and it's an awesome thing. Every wrestling fan should look this up and come to this convention.
And the first time you came, how did you find out about it? Did you see it online? Did you see a flyer?
I think I saw it on Facebook. I think I was just like going through my trending topics, and something came up about wrestling, and I was like, wait a minute. I thought it was actually upstate New York because I'm not from New York. But then I asked my fiance, and she was like, no, it's right there in Queens. So I was really excited and stuff.
Yeah, so it's really accessible. I just spoke to somebody from Florida, flew all the way in, and the airport's right across the street, so it's really easy to get to.
Oh yeah, it's really easy to get to. I stayed here last night to avoid the parking situation. That's the only problem, but other than that, the convention itself is great. I got to interact with some of the guys last night as they were coming in, and it's really nice experience.
And who did you see last night on their way in?
I saw Terry Funk when he was walking in, Brian Knobs a couple times. It was cool just to be down here with other wrestling fans, trying to talk to the wrestlers and things like that. Spoke to Tony Atlas this morning. That's an unforgettable experience. I never thought when I was growing up watching these guys that I would actually get to meet them.
Yeah, it's a once in a lifetime. You got Goldberg and Gilbert in the same building, and in addition to Ric Flair, I mean, the Hall of Famers is just, Tony Atlas is a Hall of Famer as well. Yeah. So, I mean, just the list of people that you're able to meet all in one day, and you usually have to travel the globe to meet these fellas.
Yeah, and I got something real special in this tube here. This is from an artist out in California. His name is Average Joe Art. Look him up on Instagram. There's a hand-painted picture of Ric Flair that I'm going to have him signed today. I'm really excited about it. It's really nicely done, and I'm just excited to be here. It's an awesome thing.
And do you do a Macho Man impression?
Oh, yeah. Here at the Big Event, going to get these autographs. Dig it, yeah.
Thank you very much.
It's Jay Williams once again for the Big Event, and I am standing here with, what's
Bobby.
your name?
Bobby.
Bobby. Who are you here to meet today?
Let's see. Ric Flair. Hopefully RVD. Velvet Sky, my favorite. No, I'm just going to see as I go. See who else is here and probably waste a lot of money.
You got the Iron Sheik sitting right there. Very, very rare appearance. Right. What about Diamond Dallas Page?
Might meet him with my brother. Might. So.
Sounds good, man. Yeah, well, I think it's definitely for Ric Flair. It's definitely going to be worth the wait. It is a long line, but
it's Ric Flair.
Exactly.
Can't do it. He's a living legend.
Living legend. Nature boy.
Exactly.
Definitely.
Plus, I met Shawn Michaels at the last one, so pretty good combination right there to go from Shawn Michaels to Ric Flair.
You can't go wrong. These things just keep getting bigger and bigger.
Jay Ice, Woo! Mr. Powerlifter, Mr. Bodybuilder, Mr. Professional Wrestler will stay retired, Jay, because Andrew Anderson is coming to Bridgeport, Connecticut. And you know what? Michelizzi's ice, it's melting, and so is your career.
It would not be the big event if Aubrey was not here. Aubrey, glad to see you again. You and I haven't been in the same room together in a very long time.
You've been avoiding me. You've been avoiding me every time I go.
Well, you know, it seems every time I'm not on the show, Aubrey shows up. So I think you've been avoiding me.
Nah, negative.
Who are you here with today?
The Square Circle.
Well, of course you're with us,
I'm
but
here with,
I saw you here with a couple of clowns, and I don't mean that other show.
Doink and Think are on the other side with Gilbert, The Godfather, Barry Hardy.
Were you on the whole train again?
I was yesterday on the whole train. You guys missed it.
My goodness, Aubrey, what are we going to do with you?
I don't know. A job is a job, right?
I hope it pays well. Better than the Square Circle, all right?
Something like that.
Well, I see right behind us is the great Lex Luger and Bill DeMott. And
I used to be a fan of his when I was like little. I remember him like, it's crazy.
now you're all grown up.
I know, and I'm in the room with like everybody that I used to watch. You got Molly Holly and Ivory and BB and Snitsky and Dalton Castle right here, Robbie E. You got the Rock and Roll Express. I mean, Ashley, Candace Michelle. I mean, Rakishi in the other room. Like, who else is here? Ric Flair. I mean, it's crazy to think that I'm in the same building as these people.
Of course, RVD and Jim Ross, Jim Cornette, Jerry Lawler. Yeah, you're all buddy.
Ryan Shamrock.
Brad Maddox.
Yeah. Oh my God, Brad Maddox.
Dalton Castle opened his shirt for you.
I know, right?
It's just a fantastic time, and can't say how much I've missed you, and I'm so glad to be here with you.
I missed you guys. I missed the show, and I'm glad you guys are here with me.
Thank you very much. Tim, welcome back to big event number 10.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Let's not make a mistake, because this guy just said he forgot my name. He actually came up to me and said, "Hey, what's your name?" "Well, my name is Tim," and you'll never forget. Pipe down, John, and hold that mic and do your job. We got guys behind us. Tony, get over here. What do you think about Tim Emler?
Tim is the man.
That's enough, Tony. I'll handle it from here. So let me tell you something. We got some events coming up. We got the Icons of Wrestling Convention. Where is it coming? To the most famous arena, the ECW Arena in Philadelphia. We got Shawn Michaels. We got Billy Gunn. We got Mil Mascaras. If you want to know more, go to www.thecollectorfest.com. That's not all, John.
No?
We got House of Hardcore coming up in Queens the night before, Friday, April 15th. House of Hardcore returns to Queens with Rob Van Dam headlining.
Wow, Rob Van Dam's right across the room now.
He might be. I haven't been looking. And then the next night, House of Hardcore, after the Icons of Wrestling, takes place at the ECW Arena. We got so much stuff coming up here, John, let me tell you. It's really good. Maybe even you can get a better looking shirt than that, and you can dress up and dress accordingly and hold that mic so me and you can hit the town. But I don't think you'll be able to get into the same places that I do, because I'm a high roller and you look like you hang out at gas stations. So let me just tell you this. Head on over to the Collector Fest and head on over to House of Hardcore, because I'll be there and I'll be looking for you.
Vince, I'm here at Gimmick Tree Entertainment with none other than the man himself, Charlie Armstrong. How you doing?
What's up, buddy? How you doing? Good to see you, man.
Good to see you.
Nice sport. Big event here. Big event at 10. Dalton Castle, Robbie E. Everybody's here today, man.
Yeah, you're hamming it up today.
Hey, man, gotta, look the part, be the part, in wrestling, Unfortunately, a lot of promoters dress below Charlie Armstrong because they're not as cool as I am. This is true.
Sure.
This is true. I mean, that's how things go. But what's up with you guys, the Square Circle, man? I'm hearing good things about you guys.
Oh, well, things are doing great. But we're promoting independent wrestling most of the time. PWA in Connecticut, Pioneer Valley in Massachusetts, RPW in Massachusetts.
Awesome, guys. I really love you guys' show, because you guys really reach out to the independents, and that's what we got to do as promotions. Come work with guys like this. We've worked with you guys before in the past. Continue ahead. Like I said, we love doing things with you guys, man.
What's that again?
I said we love doing things with you guys, definitely for sure, man.
Oh, absolutely, definitely. We look forward to it in the future.
Absolutely, man. And the great part about it is, man, is anybody out there, man, that want to get in contact with Gimmick Tree Entertainment, you can find us on Facebook, you can find us all over the internet. We're at every major wrestling convention in the United States. And the coolest thing is, we always bring the coolest guests and the greatest guests. Check us out at WrestleCon. We got the exclusive Vince Russo Q&A. We got James Storm Q&A. And also, I think we got even some cooler guests coming that's even on the page right now.
That sounds awesome, man.
Awesome, man. Thank you guys for coming out, man. We'll see you guys at the matches, guys.
Definitely. Awesome.
Yeah.
Just amazing. That footage keeps getting better and better.
You know, when you were talking to Charlie there from Gimmick Tree, in the right corner of the screen, you could see Lex Luger and Bill DeMott right there. So
amazing.
You know, Luger, unfortunately, wheelchair bound, but he was having a good time interacting with the fans. Do we have the call, or?
He should be patching it through momentarily here.
All right.
But we're going to talk a little bit about Blitzkrieg's next event. Next Friday, April 29th, is Lit AFRN. We have the call coming through right now.
Yep.
And you are on the Squared Circle.
Hey, what's up, guys? How we doing?
How we doing? RJ, correct?
Yes, not too bad. I'm at work at the moment.
Okay.
You know,
Working.
when the Squared Circle folks come calling, you know.
Working hard so others don't have to, brother.
That's it.
Yeah, you know it.
All right, RJ. Unfortunately, we won't waste your time. We won't waste your time with Hollywood. We'll just let you talk to John.
Sorry, Jay.
What's going up with Blitzkrieg? What do we got happening, brother?
Yeah, I have the whole card right here. But
We got a great show coming up here, April 29th. Blitzkrieg Pro is Lit AFRN. Doors open at 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock bell time. For those of you who are at the last show, I mean, it's going to be a little hard to top, but I really think this one's going to do it.
Yeah.
We've got, also, for those of you who were there last month, you saw Dijak defeat the one and only Brian Myers, and then try to add a little bit of insult to injury afterwards and attack him after the match. Thankfully, he was saved by Flex Rumble Crunch. And because of that, Blitzkrieg Pro officials made the match on the spot, and it is happening April 29th, Dijak versus Flex Rumble Crunch.
Yeah,
so that one's going to be a matchup of Titans.
Yeah,
a matchup of Titans for sure.
Yeah, we have that on the screen right now.
Cool. Yeah, it's going to be great. We are also going to have a 20-minute iron scramble match, which is something that I've never seen before, but definitely interested. It's been a long road to get to this point here, but this is finally the match where we're going to crown the first ever Blitzkrieg Pro champion. And the only difference from this compared to a regular Iron Man match is that it's not whoever has the most pinfalls at the end of 20 minutes, but who has the last one.
Nice.
So whoever gets that pinfall closest to when clock expires, they are the champion.
Nice. And I understand Connecticut's own Wrecking Ball Legursky is coming in and tag teaming with Tommy Dreamer.
Oh, yeah, man, the innovator of violence. That's going to be crazy. I tell you one thing, I don't envy the aristocrats that night, Mr. Bully and Tomahawk.
I got Tomahawk's shirt right here.
Yeah.
There he is,
Well,
chops for life.
Chops for life.
Yeah.
Chops for life. I'll tell you one thing, it's going to be kind of hard to chop down Wrecking Ball there. I'm going to have to see that.
We're very, very familiar with Wrecking Ball on this show.
Yeah, Wrecking Ball's a friend of the show. He's been on before, and we've had plenty of footage of him, and we see him.
And he is a very big man.
Oh, yeah, and he's got a big future in front of him.
Right.
Yeah.
But
absolutely.
I understand, he's been talking. He's really, really excited about teaming with Tommy Dreamer, and Wrecking Ball's time is coming. And you've got Tommy Dreamer, who's basically done it all in the world of professional wrestling, and you got Wrecking Ball, who's just starting, climbing that hill as far as his career goes. So I mean, who better to train the new talent and bring him in is Tommy Dreamer and Wrecking Ball Legursky. That's to me is just enormous.
Mm-hmm. Oh, no dream team, no pun intended.
Right.
That's gonna put the butts in the seats right there.
Yep.
Definitely.
Yeah, for sure. We are going to have a rematch, actually, from Furious Styles, the team of Troy Nelson and Smart Mark Sterling, being accompanied again by the always interesting Sidney Bacabella. and they will be taking on, of course, the Mastermind, Johnny Idol, Marshall McNeil.
Yep.
Only this time, it is going to be under the Mastermind stipulation, which they have dubbed Over the Top, Under the Table. And for those of you who don't know what that is, basically, anytime someone gets thrown over the top rope, they have to take a shot outside the ring.
Oh.
Yeah, so I expect that one to get out of hand early and pretty much stay that way.
Yeah, it's going to be crazy.
That's borderline wellness violation.
I know.
Sorry. We're going to be carrying away Troy Nelson that night. That's my difference.
Can anybody participate in that match?
Yeah, that one should definitely be interesting. We're going to have a triple threat that I'm really, really excited about. It's going to be the Dirtbag, Jeremy Leary,
Yep.
taking on Brian Fury, and one of the most entertaining independent wrestlers in the game today. I guess we'll call him the artist formerly known as Chuck Taylor.
The artist formerly known as Chuck Taylor.
Right.
Yep. He throws grenades. He's something to see for sure.
And
so that one's going to be really cool.
That's the triple threat with Jeremy Leary and Brian Fury.
Right.
That's huge. That's huge.
Yeah, absolutely, for sure. Let's see, what else we got over there?
Yeah. Kimberly, is she still coming?
Yes, I was just going to say that, actually. Women's showcase for that night. The winner of last month's 10 Diva, or 10 Woman, sorry, that term is banned. So we'll say the winner of the 10 Woman Battle Royal last month, the Clockwork Angel Sacred, going one-on-one with Kimberly. So Sacred has a pretty huge chance to cement herself as the top woman in Blitzkrieg Pro, if she can pull that one out.
Nice. I mean, is there anything this card doesn't have? I mean, you got Ashley Fox, you got William King, Delmy XO, Dan Demand, Big Jim Anderson.
Team Royalty against Team Shazam. That's the one that just came out last night. There's no even graphic for it yet.
Yeah, that was actually, well, I don't even think the graphics been put up yet. That was actually a really cool idea. They actually drafted their own team.
Yeah, I mean, you got 4-on-4, and you got William King, Ashley Fox, Delmy XO.
5-on-5.
Oh, 5-on-5.
Yeah.
Right.
We have 4 here, bro.
Isaiah and Narcisco Rex are on the other team, right?
Yes.
Jason didn't have all the information.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'll run it down for you. It's going to be team captain Billy King, along with the Sea Stars, Xavier Bell, and old school cool Corey Michael.
Yep.
Taking on team captain Dan Demand, the Jurassic Era, as you two mentioned, and 2 guys who made their debut at Nerf or Nothing last month, Big Jim Anderson and Just Ness.
Nice.
Yeah, so that's what's been announced so far. As we all know, there will be much more in store. We'll let you guys see that to believe it. But that's going to be a great show, and I'm looking forward to it. Last month's going to be tough to top, but this card can definitely do it.
Your cards just keep getting bigger and better every time.
Yeah,
that they do. They do.
And it's just a really amazing setup you guys got, and you moved to a different facility, which is fantastic. I can see from the footage that Jason had a great time, and you guys are such wonderful hosts. So we really appreciate you doing business with us, and we love promoting your shows.
Oh, we're glad to do it, guys, and we're glad to have you helping us out. And this show will also be from that same place, the Old Country Banquet Hall in Alden Avenue in Enfield, Connecticut.
Yeah. And of course, that's on our Facebook page, and feel free to link up some more graphics for us. And
I have to go through the footage I shot at Furious Styles. I'll be putting that up on the Facebook page, group page.
Yep.
Right.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
We put out just a little at a time as a teaser,
Right, exactly.
And it's just a lot of fun just to keep people coming back.
Yeah, you don't want to go post the full matches. That's a no-no.
No, not at all.
No, and we shoot, as you know, in glorious high HD, high definition.
Yeah, we don't.
That is key.
Yeah, we don't use the cell phone.
No.
We have a ban of cell phone footage on our show.
Right. I don't even use my cell phone to videotape anything.
Right.
Even I'm on my own time.
Right. Right.
Matter of fact, when I'm in the building at your shows with Hollywood Jay, he makes me turn my cell phone off and leave it in the car.
Right.
Yeah, we have a ban on those. So. But
that's good.
yeah.
Hey guys, let me run here. I got to get back to the old grind. But yeah, once again, April 29th, Blitzkrieg Pro is lit ASRN. 6 o'clock doors open, 7 o'clock bell time. Old Country Banquet Hall in Enfield, Connecticut.
And we'll see you at the matches.
Definitely. Thank you very much, RJ.
Good night.
Thank you for having me, guys.
All right. Thank you.
Yep. Right.
RJ2 from Blitzkrieg.
Yeah,
Pro.
sorry I couldn't have any of the footage available for this show, but I was just alerted to us being closed, not
Next
on the
week.
air next week.
Right.
At a really late hour last night, so.
Yeah, I mean that just
time-wise, it wasn't
happen.
feasible,
No.
but it will, and plus I have to go through. I have to, fine-tune it.
Of
because, we have to do it a certain way where we don't want to really give too much away.
Of course.
Just want, just to wet your whistle a little bit and show you what the Blitzkrieg product is all about.
Respectful to the product. And
Has our studio audience ever seen this man offer up any more excuses? Jeez.
That's all right.
Now,
We're good.
that's what I'm telling you. Now, Dan just thinks I'm lazy. But it's,
Anybody who will second that?
No. Jason works hard so others don't have to.
yeah, YBYL.
Yeah, that's right.
That's right. Now, I was talking to Ashley last night on social media, and she's very much looking forward to this coming match. Another intergender challenge for her.
Yeah.
Right. Hopefully, her team can come out the victors. Unfortunately, that wasn't the case at the last Pioneer Valley.
Nope.
Came up a little short against Doug. Now Doug no longer required to wear that dress.
Which breaks your heart.
He's wanted to see Doug out of the dress for a long time.
He has.
Now Doug's put his hand in for the commissioner of Pioneer Valley, so I think we might
He's
have
put his hand in.
Commissioner
Oh,
of
okay.
Pioneer Valley. We might see a whole new gimmick for him coming up May 21st.
Why don't you? You should run for commissioner. You gotta go.
Think I'd get elected?
Why not?
Pedro Hondones.
I think up there I definitely would. Down here, I don't know. We have another call coming through. Why don't we patch?
Oh, as soon as it lights up, there we
go.
Good evening. You're live on the Squared Circle.
Oh my God! It's like Jay's not touching the phone, but John was. So now, what did John catch? What Jay has with the phone-itis?
No. I gotta wait for the call to come through.
It's contagious, Bill. You notice I don't have that problem.
Bill from North Haven. What's
Dan's
going
never
on, brother?
operated the phone yet.
Listen there, Dangerous Dan. Could somebody tickle him or something? He hasn't cracked a smile for the entire show. See the fact that TNA is going broke.
He's Dangerous Dan. Whoa.
I get paid not to smile.
It's a tough crowd, Dan. It's a tough crowd.
Yep.
So hey, listen, the Blitzkrieg show just sounds like just another amazing show. Just on fire there. Those guys are, I don't even think words could describe the shows that have been put together there.
Yeah, I mean, I had the fortunate meeting Tommy Dreamer. I'm trying to think of what it was. Kids were very small. I got the picture up on my refrigerator. And he was the nicest fellow. We met him at a NEW show a while back. And he was the nicest guy, but he still goes out there and gives it 100%, whether there's one person in the audience or 1,000 people in the audience. He gives it his all, and he just doesn't know how to turn it down. And
no, I'll tell you, you got to have a lot of respect for somebody who's been doing what he's been doing for such a long time. And putting his body through what he puts it through. So yeah, and I'm actually I'm going to be getting my ticket for that show. I'm sure I'll be meeting up with the fine gentleman on your staff there. But
of course,
we had a great time. Yeah, I know. There's a big staff there. So
Yeah.
we had a great time.
No, you said fine gentlemen. I'm trying to find them, but
Yeah, they're there.
Yeah.
They're like onions. You got to peel them back. You know?
Layers.
Yeah, we just
that
had
what
RJ
smells?
Tooth on to talk, or we just ran down the entire card. As a matter of fact,
No, we didn't run down the entire card. We built up the entire card.
Yeah, true.
My friend.
built up.
Oh, God. Hey, look at these. I'm going to change it from Dangerous Dan to Angry Dan.
Right.
There we go. He does have the birds, so. Angry
Promoted.
Bird.
Yeah, but, you know, I got to say, Dan grabbed some of the pictures I took at the NEW show this Saturday up in Bethany and put them on the Squared Circle, I think, website there. So that was a great show, too. It's like, you know, very compact area. It's got a really great feel to it. They do a great show. I'll tell you what, every time I go to one of their shows, I'm completely wiped out by the time I get home. So, you know, just a crazy show there. You had, you know, just so many people that we've seen around here just coming out there. Mike Bennett, which Dan will be happy to hear about. Matt Taven was even there. He was injured, obviously, but still shows up to the show, so that's a great thing. TK O'Ryan, just a lot of great talent out there. So and I think you guys mentioned it. It's just like the independent stuff is, you know, although, you know, the WWE is the penthouse, there's a lot of, you know, other areas that these guys are doing a great job. So, you know, and Blitzkrieg is one of them, you know. So.
Oh, yeah.
So we'll look forward to that. Hey, I know you guys are going to be short on time, but I wanted to just reach out and say, if any, you know, for everybody who's got, you know, a iPhone or Samsung, anything where you could download the apps, get to, I think it's Fight Network TV, and download that app. You go into the App Store for Apple. It's FITE app, and what it is, you download it, and literally you probably have 20 different wrestling promotions have downloaded their video to that network.
Oh, wow.
And you're watching anything from Valor Pro Wrestling, Paragon Wrestling, who actually turned me, the guys from Paragon Pro Wrestling turned me on to this because they left the MSG network, and now their programming is on there.
Oh, okay.
So a lot of the guys like, you know, Anthony Green, Rude Boy Riley from Blitzkrieg, he's on there. And I actually found, it's called Warriors of Wrestling. And I was just trolling through, and Rude Boy Riley is the champion for that particular promotion. So, you know, you got, you know, just so many different championship wrestling from Hollywood, Turnbuckle, Pro Star, West Coast Connection Wrestling, all these different things. You know, so if you literally have no time and don't have a job, you can watch this all day.
And this is a free app?
Yeah. I went and I pulled it up.
What's the name of it again?
The Paragon Pro Wrestling. I was going back and forth with them via text message, and they're like, hey, they sent me the link before they sent it out to anybody else.
Sweet.
I told them I loved the stuff, and I pulled it up, and I was watching stuff this weekend, so it's really good. You know, you can pull it up anytime, and they got some of their pay-per-view and on-demand stuff there, too. So, you know, you can reach out and watch stuff from pretty much all over the country and out of the country, too, you know?
Sweet.
Oh, yeah.
So that's FITE, is that correct?
So now if this is
FITE, and I think it says TV, but if you I just typed it in on my phone just to see. You go into you know, your web browser, put FITE TV, and it'll pull it up, and you can see it from there. It gives you a description of what it is there, and I think you could probably download the app from there.
Sweet.
If not, like I said, you go into the App Store and pull it up that way. So it was free. That's the reason why I did it.
So now,
a lot of great stuff on there, you know.
So now, Bill, if this is loaded with so much great stuff, why would anybody want to use that other service where you pay less than a nominal fee for?
Yeah, I'll tell you what. I got your point there. It's free, and listen, even if they charge $10 for it or $9.99, you get your money's worth.
Right.
I mean, there's other stuff on there too. There's MMA on there. There's boxing. They actually have, you know, different documentaries. Chris Masterson's got a documentary on there. I think Mick Foley had something on there, something from the earlier years. So again, just like I'll use the word plethora of
Wow.
you know, wrestling entertainment. So.
Well, highbrow for
Right.
Squared Circle.
Yeah. So, and you know, so but I just thought I'd pass that along. to
Yeah,
everybody.
yeah, I'm familiar with the Fight Network. It's out of Canada. Ariel Helwani comes out of there, and they're basically they were the WWE network before WWE had thought of having a
Right.
network, and
They probably stole the idea from them to begin with.
yeah, their coverage of wrestling and MMA is you know far and above anybody else right now, and it's just a great network. And I agree. I wasn't aware of the app though, but I will be on that. And on my breaks at work at 4 in the morning, I'll probably be watching as if I need to watch more wrestling.
Why not?
Yeah,
Gotta
and
stay informed.
they'll text you and send you different information as far as different stuff that's coming up, you know, anything like that. So it's good. Yeah, I found it, you know, pretty entertaining. Like I said, a lot of great stuff on there. Who knows, you know, maybe, you know, we keep on talking about it. Who knows if Blitzkrieg will be on there sometime. And I heard a rumor about Blitzkrieg Pro being in New York City sometime. So I'm not sure.
I'll have to find out a little bit more about that on the 29th.
Yep.
Right. That's there was a rumor about them doing a show around the time of SummerSlam.
Yeah. Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
All right.
Right.
Well, we'll
Yeah,
have
so
to
we're,
cover
you know,
that.
We're, you know, I'm the international correspondent for you guys, so I got to keep my eyes open.
Amen. Well, we appreciate you calling in. We appreciate you looking out for us. And where are you traveling this week? Anything exciting?
We'll be up and running around the Westchester, Eastern, Syracuse area, you know, but I always come home and I always try to plan my Tuesday nights around this show. And hey, listen, I look forward to seeing everybody up at the Blitzkrieg show, you know, and maybe Dan will smile.
Possibly.
Well,
all right, guys, have a great night. Be good.
Thank you.
Never know.
Good night.
Stranger things have happened.
As always, Bill from
Definitely,
North Haven, just a wonderful fella. And part of the greatness of doing the show is we've met some really, really wonderful people. And Bill being the top of the list. Just a great guy.
And then we met John. You know.
And we met. Hey now. Hey now.
Once you've met Ruckus, where do you go from there?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But,
you got to admit your life changed. I don't know if that's good or bad.
Ring of Honor fans out there, don't forget Global Wars May 8th from Chicago live on pay-per-view coming up.
Chicago, and somebody that came from Ring of Honor became a big name from Chicago.
Global Wars features New Japan talent against Ring of Honor, their talent. They're going to have a whole tour.
Yep.
May 8th, this is the pay-per-view in Chicago. May 9th in Dearborn, Michigan. May 11th in Toronto. May 14th in New York City at a place called Terminal 5.
Yeah, my boys went to Terminal 5 to see, was it Ring of Honor? Yeah, Ring of Honor last year. And not the ideal venue for wrestling.
No.
But, hey, you know, it's a chance to see Ring of Honor in person. So, you know, I'm not going to poo-poo on it. But, again, it's not the ideal place for wrestling. It's a very small venue, but it's standing room and... You know, it's a
I
tough,
remember that a couple
room.
years ago in Brooklyn there. I'd like to maybe go to that again.
That was nice when they did the ballpark where the Brooklyn Cyclones play.
They will be doing that again this summer, too.
Will they? Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. We'll have to plan to be there.
2014 was
Right.
5, I think.
The last pay-per-view of 2014 was Terminal 5. That's what you were at.
Well, from my point of view, I'd rather go to that show than a local indie show around here in this market.
What's that?
The show that you were just talking about.
Okay. But, yeah, and this Monday, well, we forgot to mention, this Monday, right over here in the XL Center.
Monday Night Raw.
Monday Night Raw. The first time since the blizzard.
I know. Now, does that mean there's going to be another blizzard?
You know, hell has frozen over more than once.
Well, speaking of hell freezing over, tonight on Pop TV, Jeff Hardy versus Matt Hardy in an I Quit match. Hasn't happened since WrestleMania 32.
I quit match.
Yeah.
Oh, an I quit match.
An I quit match.
30. Yeah.
32.
Right. Right.
I gotta get them glasses.
Well, you
You
know,
gotta get those glasses.
two brothers going at it.
Right. How is TNA doing nowadays?
TNA's doing good.
They just signed a global.
They've got Saturday morning TV audience now.
Yeah, and they
Which-
just signed a
which-
global TV deal.
And they
from what I
just
read.
signed a global TV to get into another international
TNA is
market.
like just when you think that they're going out,
And I
they
think
come back a little
the
heavier.
Saturday morning TV stuff is good because you look around. Who else is on Saturday morning TV to give
Sometimes you.
to reel in the younger viewers?
Sometimes you.
Sometimes me. Sometimes Jay.
Sometimes. Once in a while. Once a month or so.
Yeah, on Saturday morning TV.
Sometimes you.
Sometimes, once in a blue moon.
Right.
Morning Slam.
Yeah. Saturday morning slam.
Right.
That's going back a ways. But yeah, since the blizzard, we haven't had WWE Monday Night Raw in Connecticut, and we'll see what kind of shenanigans happen this time around. Are you going to attend? I know I'm going.
I have some prior engagement that evening, so unfortunately I will not be in attendance. But we'll secure your skybox for you.
Without a doubt.
Definitely.
I'll be there with the fellas
Right.
in tow, and William is going to. Our friend William Petrascio is going to be with us. So. Squared Circle
Any
definitely
final
represents.
thoughts, guys? With less than 4 minutes to go.
Well, with Passover coming up next
Thank you.
Saturday, John, I wish you a
Friday
happy
night.
Passover.
Thank you. And I won't be working Friday night as a result.
Right.
But if we can hear some more of that sweet Ace Frehley on the way out, that would be fantastic. Pick any track, Zach, and take us out with some Ace, man.
Definitely.
I got to thank him again. He said sent an express and came out this week, and gotta love him.
Right.
The originator.
Yeah. My only final thoughts.
It doesn't matter what your final thoughts are.
Whoa. I'm doing some research.
Yeah.
Researching some names I understand that are on the radar of the WWE for possible signings to NXT. So we're a little less than 2 minutes. I put a couple matches up on the Squared Circle page of a guy, real name Tommy Budgeon. He goes by Tommy End.
Yep.
We have him against AR Fox, of course. We have a shoot-style match against what he was called Bryan Danielson.
Yep.
Later became Daniel Bryan. Dutch professional wrestler, prominent in the United Kingdom and Europe. Worked for Insane Championship Wrestling, Progress Wrestling, Westside Extreme Wrestling, Revolution Pro Wrestling out in England. But they had his eye on him, so
Awesome.
We'll have to see what happens there.
Check it out on
We're
Facebook.
going to continue
Let's listen
on.
to that music. Let's hear some more Ace.
19 seconds left to go. Check out PWA Friday night, Cheshire, Connecticut.
Definitely. Good night. Good luck.
Unless you're celebrating Passover.
Unless you're celebrating Passover, of course.
We won't see you next Tuesday.
Been under fire 16 years, just waiting for